solid list of excuses, but I think I'd get that on a I don't know. I think I was like, let's have a look, man. What are you talking about? PR'd though, we PR'd, so you can't ever. Oh man, you can't ever really, you know what I mean? If you PR'd, you can't be upset, you know what I mean, dude? Oh, you're having a laugh. I thought I was way off. Get 20 minutes and 16 seconds. A 403 kilometers per minutes per kilometer. I always get that wrong, dude. Yeah, man, very close. Yeah, easy get that on the track. Easy. Nearly ran into a motorbike at one point. Yeah, then way happy with it. I was walking back there thinking I was like 21 and a half minutes or something. So yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, man. Again, the protocol now is just aggressively recovering for the long run in 48 hours. 48 hours? Bit longer, dude. No, 48 hours. I'm useless with time. Yeah, man. Mixing it up with a bit of pancake action. Yeah, sorry for the radio silence, man. It's everybody's down. Like I said to you last week, the Thai winter's here, and the Thais have folded. Everybody's struggling. It's just me and Lani with that ginger gene, that white, just like North Euro blood running through her. I mean, she's got half a chance, but I'm sound. It's yeah, everyone's just asleep in various corners of the house. I'm just still doing it, man. I'm still firing, so take it for what it is. What we got on today, man. I'm just gonna do a bunch of work, and then I've got to go into the city and eat some sushi. I feel like that's what. Is that what's gonna happen? I feel like it is. But yeah, man, see if I can just dodge it. Obviously, I mean, what is it now? It's 25 degrees, you know what I mean? They're all, you drive down the street and everybody's got woolly hats on and scarves and stuff. But it does feel colder than what you think as well, so I'll give them that. But in the same breath, it's not that cold. Sushi, which one?
ท้องแรกก็แพ้อันนี้ท้องสอง
We got apple, guava, passion fruit. Expert flavouring. Oh, good morning, man. It's beautiful out here. It's beautiful. It's almost close to training with a t-shirt on there, but not quite. Sun is up though, man. Sun is up and blazing. Yeah, man. So in terms of resistance training, obviously we're coming into peak volume for the running. So it's just getting. I'm just being very flexible. I tick off my Monday, Tuesday session, which is ticks off the whole body, and then from there see how I'm feeling. This week I'm feeling a little bit better than last week, so I'm going to go with a Thursday and Friday session, albeit very reasonable volume, if that makes sense for myself. I know I can recover from it very easily, kind of thing. So today we're just going to go with a try set of pull-ups, reverse lunges and dips. We're going to do 6 sets, but on the 3rd set we're going to swap the reverse lunges for RDLs, and then I'm going to see how I feel from there, and probably just jump on the stationary bike from there, spin the legs, or maybe do that tonight if time allows it. But like I say, I'm more like I've got to just cram everything in the morning before. We'll see, man. Anyway, we're just being flexible, and tomorrow we're going to hit some shoulders and arms and see how that affects the long run, because Saturday we're running, man. We're running 31k, and we're going to do 6k on and off of it's going to be a pretty decent workout. So we've got to make sure, yeah, man, got to make sure that is prioritized for sure. But all good. Let's get this session ticked off. Whew. The sun's out bright, but it's just not that hot, which is great for my sunburn ratio. Can't see my son, dude. But yeah, man, session ticked off, and I was just gonna say, since getting back from Bangkok, I'm not quite like training's not a problem. I'm doing the training, man, but you've got to look at the full package, and I'm not. My nutrition's not there, man. It's not there 2 or 3 days of the week, so maybe yesterday's a good example, having those like Thai noodles with like minus protein in it. God knows what that was. Yeah, man, and I'm obviously I did my best in Bangkok, which to be honest is still wasn't good enough, but I did genuinely do my best. Yeah, man. So, and then coming back, I always give myself a little bit of grace. It's never, you're never gonna, well, you can, but I know myself, I never get straight back into the diet perfectly, but I did okay. Again, training's the backbone for me, so never, always gets ticked off. So I can look for, you have to fall back on your strengths in this game. For some people that's diet, but for some people like myself it's training. So yeah, man, thinking about, so it's been like 10 days since, well, yeah, 10 days since I've been back, so I'm back. I've got to get back out of the diet, and I've got to bring that scale weight down. Before I left Bangkok, I was touched 78.9 on the, I think, no, maybe 78.7 on the scale weight. So I was firing there, man. I was sort of like, I got there and I thought, right, I can ease off tracking and stuff like that now. I'm where I want to be, and naturally with the training. But went to Bangkok, sort of scrambles your diet, even if you're tracking or not, you know what I mean? It's sort of, yeah, I'll have this, I'll have that, bit of ice cream, bit of this, bit of that. And when you get back, and I thought I could just back off the tracking, I was sort of still in that bit of this, bit of that mode. So yeah, man, I need to get back on it. Like I say, I'm back up to like 80s now, in the low 80s, which is not bad, you know what I mean? It's not, but let's be real here. I'm running fucking 42k, so a couple of extra kgs off would be nice, you know what I mean? Especially for these little shins, these little calf muscles. So yeah, man, I've got to lean back into that. So I've caught it early enough. I think if I carried on like this, I would be racing at like 80 kg. Yeah, man, this is just like a note to self, like, let's do a little bit better. Let's do a little bit better. I'll leave it at that. Yeah, although I am running like 31k on Saturday, I think in all my actual cardio volume is probably a little bit down, only a little bit at this point, because I used to be on the bike 3 times a week and run twice. Yeah, so at the minute I'm running 3 times a week, which is obviously slightly, yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard to calculate that, but who knows? But I feel like it is a little bit down, just on the whole. I've not been on the bike for a while outdoors. It's been, it's got a few issues. It's injured. And just sort that back out, man. Maybe get on the bike tomorrow. But obviously, anyway, man, we're back on it. We're back on the money. We've got to make every day count. We're 4 weeks until race. 4 weeks until race. Loads of pepper. Yeah, sorry, man, I always have this meal when Lana's sleeping just there, so I don't want to be shouting too much. But nothing special, same again, man, believe it or not. But the brews are coming in. I mean, the brew's way nicer when it's not 36 degrees and 93% humidity. Oh, it's nice just to have one. No fans on, man, no fans on. Temperature's 22 degrees and it's 10 AM, so beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Rest of the day. I don't know what's happening the rest of the day, man. Not much. But what I am going to do, like I say, I need to get right back on the diet. I'm going to plan out tomorrow's food. I want to be hitting like 50 grams of fat, 140 grams of protein, and like 500 to 600 grams of carbs. Yeah, so it needs planning, you know what I mean? It's not, you don't want to be freeballing that. If I were freeballing that, I'd end up eating a bunch of shit, man. I'd eat, it needs planning basically. Oh, where do I start, guys? What are 72 hours? Main thing is Lana is sound, thank God. It was one point, we've been to hospital and everything, it's fever all through night, not slept for a couple nights. Madness, but she's sound. So, but me, I've absolutely, I mean, if I would have spoke to you 2 days ago, I would have said, like, a bit of air flick there, man. Flick it out. I would have been like, no, it's over. We've shot it, man. Game over. But I don't feel too bad now. I'll show you what I did, man. Like, so obviously looking after Lana through the night, minimal sleep, and I'll show you, dude. I've gone to take this fan off here to clean it. Took it off, and then I'm still on the toilet, and I've stepped off at the toilet with my left foot. All my weight's gone through my left leg, and I've got this sharp shooting pain, very localised on the front of my shin, like very sharp as well. I did that, and I was like, "Oh, that didn't feel good at all." Walked a bit sound, and then I was training in the afternoon, just cruisy session, and then basically I wanted to get my band from the porch bit, whatever it's called. So I missed the first step and jumped on the second one. Again, just not thinking, man. Stupid stuff like that. And I put all my weight through my left leg again, and that same pain, but a little bit more sharp this time. I was like, oh, what am I doing here, dude? And then still I walked it off, didn't think anything of it really. And then I've gone to bed and woke up, and I've woke up with like a lump on my shin. Ever so slight, but then I took my first few steps out of bed, and the pain was probably like an 8 out of 10 shooting pain walking, so not ideal, man. So I had that, and then obviously looking after Lana as well, just like, what's happening here, man? We're falling to pieces. We're falling to pieces at the threads. But fast forward like 2 days, the pain now, I can feel it ever so slightly if I walk. When I walk, ever so slightly, I wouldn't even call it a pain. It's more like just like I know it's there. I'm just gonna basically, my game plan is not run for a week, which is not ideal. Obviously, this would literally be the peak of the training. But yeah, man, like I say, last few days just threw my toys out. But I'm looking at new bikes, sacking running off, just absolutely. But I just had time to think about it, and I thought, as long as I can get round, I've got 7 hours to finish it. It's my first marathon. Let me see if I can get round in 7 hours. If that's walking, running real slow. Obviously, as well, I'm not gonna potentially risk like not snapping my leg, but getting injured for too long. Being injured is absolutely shocking. So I just got to make some. It was never going to be easy. This was it anyway. Gonna set off for a week next Wednesday. Touch back in, get a run in, very slow, see what the damage is. That's probably going to tell me if I'm gonna what the crack is. Because if it hurts when I run, it's probably a stress fracture, and I'll go and get an MRI from there, man. But touch wood, it's not. Anyway, bit of a drainer that one. But drop a like for the algo, and I'll see you next Wednesday for the first run. The first test. I felt good on the bike though. If that's any, it doesn't mean anything, does it? We're not out here bodybuilding, but you'd be lying if you say you didn't want to look good. There's nothing wrong with that, man. Don't let anyone ever tell you you shouldn't try and look good. That's just, I mean, that just ties in with feeling good. So don't let anyone sit and tell you that. Just, yeah, man.